WPS Spreadsheet provides multiple functions for users to process and edit mass data quickly and easily at work. Here, we're going to introduce you to 3 methods of reading or comparing data with high efficiency. Let's look at this table, which contains a lot of data. When sliding the table to view the data at the bottom, you may find it hard to connect the data with the table headers. Select the rows to fix and click the View tab. Select Freeze to Row 3 in the Freeze Panes drop-down button. Choose Freeze First Column, and the name column is frozen. Certainly, you can freeze the rows or columns more flexibly. Select the cell, click Freeze Panes, and you can see the rows and columns to be frozen simultaneously. You're essentially taking the selected cell as a reference, and the rows above it and the column to the left of it will be frozen. To unfreeze the cells, you only need to click Unfreeze Panes. In the View tab, there are many practical functions helping us to read the table. For example, click Reading Layout to activate the highlight mode. Select a cell, and then the cells of its rows and columns are highlighted for easier view. Click the Reading Layout drop-down button, and you can choose other colors. Reading tables can be quite a strain for a long time, so we can click Eye Protection to change the interface into light green or light gray to relieve eye fatigue. We can also activate Reading Layout or Eye Protection quickly from the lower right corner. It's worth mentioning that these 2 functions only change the display of tables without affecting printing. We may need to switch back and forth between data tables frequently, which could be a waste of time. In WPS Spreadsheet, we can check and process data with multiple windows displayed at the same time. We can click New Window, and then WPS Spreadsheet creates a new workbook with the same name as the current document. The 2 documents' names end with 1 and 2. Click Arrange All and Horizontal Text Box, then the original workbook is displayed in 2 windows so that we can check different data on one screen at the same time without affecting each other. But essentially, these 2 windows correspond to one workbook, so any changes made in either window will be synchronized to another. To quit this mode, you only need to select one of the tables and click the cross button to close it. Here's another function called Split Window, which can also realize multi-window reading. Let's have a try. The currently selected cell is regarded as the center to split the worksheet into 4 independent windows with 2 scroll bars on the right to control the upper and lower part respectively. To restore normal view, you can click Remove Split. You can use this function when processing a table with large data, but you don't want to hide the rows and columns. In daily work, we can use the View Side-by-Side function in WPS Office to compare 2 sheets of data. First, we need to open 2 workbooks in advance, and the View Side-by-Side function will be activated. Now the 2 sheets are tiled vertically in WPS. Click Synchronous Scrolling, and the 2 sheets scroll synchronously when we drag the scroll bar. You can also change their position freely and click Reset Position to restore the original display. However, we seldom use this function when processing data, especially for large data, because it's impractical to read each piece of data with the naked eye. Now, I'll introduce some skills to you in finding differences between 2 sets of data. First, use the Advanced filter. We've prepared 2 sales tables. Click the Data tab and click Advanced to pop up a dialog. Select the first table at List Range. Select the second at Criteria Range, and click OK. In this way, we filtered out the duplicate data in these 2 tables. Then we highlight this data. Press the shortcut key Ctrl-Shift-L to cancel the data filter, and the unique data is not highlighted. Second, use the Manage Duplicates function. Take the same 2 sales tables as examples. Click the Manage Duplicates drop-down button, and we have 4 options. To find the differences in these 2 tables, we choose Highlight Unique Value. In the pop-up dialog, we can select different comparison areas, such as Within the Range, 2 ranges, and two worksheets. Click Two Ranges. Select Sheet 1 at Range 1 and Sheet 2 at Range 2. Then select the desired highlight color and click Confirm to mark. Now the unique values are highlighted, and they are also unique in the table they're in. You can click Fetch Unique Value to export the different data in these two tables. Similar to the previous step, select Range 1 and Range 2 in turn and click Export to New Sheet. Then unique values are fetched to a new worksheet. It's really convenient. In addition, Manage Duplicates can also highlight and export duplicate values. Try it on your own. We can add subtotals to a table with large data for easier reference. Take this expenses table as an example. Suppose we want to calculate each type of expense, such as total office expenses and total travel expenses, etc. To make the data clearer, we sort the type of expense column in ascending order. Then some of you may insert blank rows below each type and use the sum function to calculate the sum. Actually, a more convenient method is available in WPS Office to consolidate and sum up data with one click. Note that the data should be sorted before using the subtotal function, or you may get something wrong. Here is a sorted table. Select the whole table, click the Data tab, click the Subtotal button to pop up a dialog. Now we come to the options inside. In the At Each Change In area, we select the content to sort. In the Use Function area, we can choose from multiple functions, and now we choose the sum function to calculate the sum. In the Add Subtotal to area, we choose Expense Details to sum up each type of expense. Leave the 5 options below as default and click OK. Then the subtotals are generated like a tree of contents. Click the number in the upper left corner of the worksheet, and you can expand or collapse the corresponding expense details and get the subtotal. If you want to restore the sheet to its original state, select the table range, enter the subtotal dialog again, and click Remove All. Sometimes we're required to print out the subtotals on different pages, such as a page for office expenses and a page for travel expenses. Those who often process data may need to deal with it a lot. Some may simply copy and paste the subtotals to different worksheets and then print them out. That is not the best method. We only need to click Page Break between groups and click OK. We don't see anything change on the screen, but when clicking Print Preview, we can see that the data is automatically sorted with a separate page for each type of expense. Thus, it can be seen that those who master useful office skills can save more time at work. Now let's summarize and review what we've learned in this lesson. 1. We can use the Freeze Pane, Eye Protection, and Reading Layout functions when processing tables with large data. 2. To view multiple worksheets in the same workbook simultaneously, we can use the New Window and View Side-by-Side functions, or use the Split Window function to work with multiple windows without interference. 3. To compare data, we can use the View Side-by-Side function, but it's easier and more convenient to use the Advanced Filter and Manage Duplicate functions. 4. We can add subtotals to a table with large data with one click, but don't forget to sort the data first. In the next lesson, we will learn more practical skills about WPS Spreadsheet. Stay tuned.